I founded Wylie Company in 2015 under the idea that it was possible to build a smaller team that's more efficient, that's capable of doing large chunks of work on feature films. We create previs, post-vis, and visual effects finals, and we do that in a very efficient manner. And we also do that at a higher quality than most other visual effects vendors provide.
I brought Wylie on during post-production on June 1. They were a small, nimble company who were able to turn around shots to a really high quality level really quickly. In fact, they did a version of every single post-vis shot in that movie.
In order to be successful in this business, you have to be incredibly efficient. And in order to do that, you have to have the best hardware. In our research, we found the AMD Ryzen Threadripper Pro. It had an immense number of cores and just an unfathomable amount of bandwidth, and that's what we needed. We needed to turn around hundreds and hundreds of post-vis shots and hundreds of final shots. And to get that, we used Lenovo's P620 ThinkStations. We swooped up dozens of them and immediately put them to work. It's such an incredible piece of hardware. It's enabled us to turn around incredible amounts of iterations and be incredibly efficient with our team.
It allows them to iterate over and over again and render in the background while they are iterating. In post-vis, it's all about the turnaround, and because you get direct feedback from the director, he's kind of expecting it to see either later in the day or the next day.
So one of the sequences we were tasked with in Dune was the Hunter Seeker sequence.
Timothée Chalamet had to basically interact with a hologram. It's actually quite a difficult thing to achieve. We had modeled the holographic bush in 3D and had sliced it up into multiple slices so that as he moved forwards or backwards, a different slice would actually be projected onto him. What it gave us was like all this beautiful light on Timothy's body. And the guys and girls at Wylie then had to meticulously line up where the bush was in front and behind. They did it to a quality level during post-vis that Denis questioned, well, what else is there to do? So then Wylie finished off the sequence, and it was so well done that they were nominated for a VES award for that particular sequence.
For consistency on Dune 1, we were chosen as the main Blue Eye vendor. It's a main story point of the entire series.
It's certainly not a filter. It's certainly not just one swipe of blue color.
We go in and we actually extract the reflection of the environment, meticulously change the color of the sclera, the iris, and the pupil to our various hues of blue, because they're not actually all the same. And then we reapply the room reflections. And this is for every single eye that we turn blue in the entire film. We did an absolute staggering amount of blue eyes.
And with the Lenovo P620, we saw enormous difference right away in just the amount of iterations that we were able to output and get in front of the director, in front of the supervisor, to get the approvals that we needed to move forward.
Using the Threadripper Pro in such a successful way led us to the EPIC processor for our servers in our render nodes at our data center. Because of the number of cores that they have, we can separate 4 or 5 workstations onto a single processor, which is an incredible value, and you still get performance, which is phenomenal.
Whether we're remote, whether we're in the office, whether we're on set, it's important for us to not skip a beat for our clients. Having the AMD EPICs embedded in our data center allows us to do that.
On this movie, you never had that we'll fix it in post attitude from anybody. From the blue eyes to the crashing spaceships to like being out in the desert, you know, it just had to feel real. And, you know, working with this team and working with Wylie allowed us to achieve that goal. It's fantastic to be recognized for the work we did. And, you know, it was a fantastic night at the Academy with like so many people winning.
Seeing Paul and Bryce get that Oscar for Best Visual Effects, to say it was a cherry on top of the cake isn't even close.
At the end of Dune 1 production, we finished close to 300 post-vis shots. We took on an additional 900 or so finals.
Denis even said it was the best post experience he's had on a movie. And I was so happy with the way everything worked out that I joined Wylie Co.
Our relationship with AMD and Lenovo has really flourished in the past couple of years. They just get visual effects. Machine learning and AI will drive the future of visual effects, and that stuff has to be run on bleeding edge tech. And Lenovo and AMD can supply that.